Let's go through the blogging formula. So there has to be a catchy headline. We talked about 3, 5, 7, 9, and 12. You don't always have to do that, but I'm just, if you're starting out with the blogging and you don't sort of know where you are with that, that's just a great little helper to write the blog post articles, because it makes it easier for you to get your head around. Write down the headline, think about sort of what the summary is of what you want to talk about, and then what inspired you about this? What's the outbound link you can set? And then there's a second, an inbound link, and the inbound link goes to another piece that you wrote yourself. So you want to say, like I have said in my article, 10 reasons why storytelling is so important. And then I link to that article that I had written, whatever, 3 months or a year ago, so that the content sort of starts linking to each other. And then I would say, as we had said earlier by the example of Kat, so we say in the CreativeLive course, this is what I learned from, here are the 3 things that Kat taught me. And the outbound link goes to the CreativeLive course, the inbound link goes to another article about 10 things everybody must know about storytelling that I wrote. So I have the inbound and the outbound link. There has to be obviously a photo and illustration of some sort on it. And in the photo and illustration part, as tough as it might be for some of you to listen to, but I really recommend you not to be spending too much money on photos or illustrations. That is where sort of the dollar stock comes in. I take actually a lot of my own photos, because my own brand is a lot about showing where I go and what I do. So I'm the queen of sunsets and hiking pictures, because I share that, because that's one thing you can really safely share. Nobody really has to be in it, so you don't have to show your family if you're not comfortable with it. Or when I show my man, he's usually sort of not very recognizable, somewhere in the background doing something really goofy. So it's clear that I am with somebody, but I am not violating sort of the privacy, and maybe I'm not ready to share that yet, about my relationship. So, but I do take selfies when I'm hiking, always a great thing to do. Or if you're in inspiration or whatever, like you could go to gallery shows and you could take a picture of yourself in front of the gallery and saying, here's something that's really moved and motivated me to see. So it's about, what is the hero? What's the journey? What's the travels of the hero? What are you going through? What do you see? What matters to you? So I post an enormous amount of travel pictures, just because that's the lifestyle I'm selling. That's what my brand sells. My brand sells the other side, right? So if you follow my methods, my ideas, my formulas, then you will come out on the other side, and then you too can go on great vacations, and I go on great vacations, and you can go skiing, and you can go to all these places and have a fabulous time, which I truly have, and this is one of the reasons why I do what I do, because it enables me to have the freedom to pursue also my personal interests. Then we have text. The body of the blog post should not be more than 500 words. Sometimes, maybe 600 or 700. Andrea said, do less is better, just because people don't read that much, and it's not that difficult to write. So if you stick with the, here's the summary, this is what I want to say, here are the 3 teaching points that I'm putting in it, here are the, and then you do the math, so you have the intro with about whatever 150 words. Each point is about 100, 125 words, and then you have the summary at the very end. And in the summary, you must have a call to action. What do you want them to do? What do you want them to do? Do you want them to comment? Do you want them to go somewhere and buy something? Do you want them to go check something out? You want them to engage with you? Do you want them to ask you a question? You want them to suggest a topic to write to you? What is that kind of, what's the kind of thing that you want from them? So again, and in the workbook, what I want to do is one more thing. So you have the call to action, and then at the very bottom of your blog post, you write your blurb, the blurb about you. So Beate Chelette is a respected speaker, author, and career coach. And she's written the book, Happy Woman, Happy World. She trains corporations on gender equality and women leadership, as well as she, depending on where this goes, I will, adjust the blurb sort of accordingly.